Alright, hey guys, what's up? On this channel, Murderous Mondays, which is today, 'cause it's Monday, I talk about serial killers, and I upload every Monday, hence the name. And the next serial killer that I will be talking about is Karl Denke, that I have got from this book. Who was he? What was his early life like? And why and how did he become so evil? Now, trigger warning. If you do not want to hear about cannibalistic mannerisms, I'd say click off this video and I'll catch you in another one. And be safe. Background and early life. Karl Denke was born February 11th of 1860 to December 22nd of 1924. He also was a German serial killer and cannibal who killed and cannibalized dozens of homeless vagrants and travelers from 1903 to 1924. He has been nicknamed the Cannibal of Münsterberg and the Forgotten Cannibal. Karl Denke was born on the 11th of February 1860 in Oberkonsensdorf, northeast of Münsterberg, Silesia, in the Kingdom of Prussia, now Poland, to a family of German farmers. Little is known of Denke's childhood, but it is known that he was often described as quiet and soft-spoken child who was difficult to raise, being noted as one of the worst students at his elementary school. At the age of 12, Denke ran away from home. Later years. After graduating from elementary school, Denke became the apprentice of a gardener and made a life for himself. At the age of 25, Denke's father died, and his older brother inherited their childhood home, while Denke received the portion of money which he used to buy a piece of land. Denke tried farming, but this failed, and Denke sold it as a result. Denke purchased a house to rent out on what is now Stawawa Street, but inflation forced him to sell it. Denke still refused to move out and live in a small apartment to the right of the house's ground floor. He acquired a vending license and ran a nearby shop where he sold goods made from leather and boneless meat, which most speculate to have contained human remains. Denke volunteered as a cross-bearer and organist at the local Lutheran church and was well liked in his community, often affectionately referred to as Papa by the community. Denke quit his membership in the church in 1906. Murders. Karl Denke, for unknown reasons, began murdering homeless vagrants and poor travelers. His first known victim was Ida Lawner in 1903. 6 years later, in 1909, he killed 25-year-old Emma Sander, another slaughterhouse worker, Edward Troutman, who was found guilty for her murder, probably Eduardo or something, but was released in 1926. Emma, 6 years later in 1909, he killed 25-year-old Emma Sander, another slaughterhouse worker, Edward Troutman. Okay, Edward Troutman was found guilty for her murder, but was released in 1926 after truth was discovered. His last known victim was Rashus Pollock, and I know I'm saying these wrong. Denke also kept a ledger recording his murders. He is also believed to have sold the flesh to his victims in nearby Breslau as pickled meat, and unsuspecting customers advertised as pork. Now, arrest, suicide, and aftermath. On December 21st, 1924, Denke lured a homeless drifter named Vincenz Olivier into his home with the promise of 20 pfennig if he wrote a letter for him. Olivier had been directed to Denke by a townswoman, as Denke was known for his charitable nature. According to Olivier, he had sat down at a desk after being handed a pen and paper, but turned to his host after becoming perplexed when Denke dictated, "Adolf, du fetter Wanst," or "Adolf, you fat slob," just in time to see him in the process of raising a pickaxe and to strike Olivier's head. The victim managed to duck, receiving a deep gash, 8 centimeters in length and 2 centimeters wide, to the temple before he was able to wrestle the weapon from Denke in the ensuing struggle. Olivier escaped through the front door, screaming that a madman was trying to kill him, attracting the attention of neighbors, who then alerted the authorities. Initially, Olivier's testimony was disregarded due to Denke's reputation among the townsfolk, leading to his arrest for vagrancy and panhandling. The judge, however, insisted on further investigation of Olivier's claim, whereupon Denke was taken in for questioning. He was placed in a holding cell where he hanged himself just hours later with an unspecified ligature, the exact nature of which varies from account to account, but most commonly a handkerchief and or a shoelace, before an interrogation could take place. In light of this, Denke's home was searched and police found the gruesome truth of his murders and cannibalism, discovering unidentified flesh that was being cured inside of 2 tubs filled with brine, a box with an assortment of human bones and human fat stored inside pots. They also discovered several items, including shoes, belts, braces, and shoelaces that the analysts determined were made with tanned human skin. While the exact number of his victims is unknown, Denke's ledger had 31 names recorded, including Olivier's, who had escaped, confirming at least 30 victims. However, due to the large number of body parts found in his home, Denke's body count was an estimate to be as high as 42 or even higher. And a detailed report of what was found includes 16 femurs, with 1 pair of remarkably strong ones, 2 pairs of very thin ones, 6 pairs and 2 left femurs, 15 medium-sized pieces of long bones, 4 pairs of elbow bones, 7 heads of radii, I don't know that, radii, 9 lower parts of radii, 8 lower parts of the elbow, a pair of upper shin bone, a pair of lower elbows and radii, of which extremities still remain well connected, a pair of upper arms, and a pair of upper arm heads, a pair of collarbones, 2 shoulder blades, 8 heels and ankles, 120 toes and phalanxes, 65 feet and metacarpal bones, 5 first ribs and 150 pieces of ribs, and a partridge in a pear tree. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, decades later, Denke's case still remains mostly forgotten. However, still much about Denke's life, motives, methods, and the exact numbers of victims remain unknown. The only 2 photographs of Denke are known to exist, with the only clear one having been taken after his death. And now before we click off this video, I think I already found the person. Alright. I'm going to... Oh, wow, okay. This person, back in... from the 60s to the 80s, he went by torture, rape, and mutilation was his characteristics of murder. I think he's still alive, by the way. It doesn't say a death date. Murder method, strangulation also. And crime location, New York and New Jersey, and status sentenced to life in prison. Now, if you guys know who I'm talking about, please put it down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.